It's been nearly a year since we passed the bills at the core of this legislation, and it's long past time that we begin work conferencing it. We're facing a generational threat from the Chinese Communist Party. Their goal is to make Chinese businesses and the Chinese economy stronger than ours and to capitalize on advanced technologies to undermine our cybersecurity and our military strength. We need to take this threat seriously and pass strong policy now. I've been very clear about my priorities in this legislation. It needs to be strategic and focused on the areas that will have the most impact. That means targeting basic research into critical technologies, building out America's STEM workforce, and protecting our investments from theft by China. In short, it means focusing on the thoughtful, bipartisan legislation passed by Republicans and Democrats on the House Science Committee. Unfortunately, that legislation was sandwiched into a massive list of unrelated provisions that the Speaker threw together in the Competes Act at the last minute. That makes our task here even more difficult because we're starting with a controversial partisan product. To have a successful conference, we will need to focus only on the bipartisan policies that have been thoroughly discussed and vetted. In terms of process, from years of experience on farm bills, I know that the best way to make progress is by having the true four corners engagement between the minority and majority of the relevant House and Senate committees. Finding bipartisan consensus will take time, but it's worth the effort. Artificial deadlines and interference by leadership only complicates the discussions and jeopardizes the whole process. We can't afford that. The Chinese Communist Party is an active and growing threat to our economy and national security. This bill must focus on addressing that threat. It cannot be a yard sale of policies that have failed other legislative vehicles. I look forward to working with the chairs, the ranking members of the committee. I'm committed in good faith towards a bill that strengthens American science and technology and protects our threats from Chinese leadership, communist leadership in China. Yield back the balance of my time, Chair.